Who came up with the idea to do this for her birthday?
Well, Lana's wanted to make a ring for ages, and we knew you were here, and so it worked out well that it was today.
And there was no planning that went into it. You didn't plan it ahead of time.
We've talked about it for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Oh, you did?
So, yeah, and then it just... Remember I stopped you on the road once and asked about it? So, yeah, we thought...
So, do you have art in school?
Yeah.
Oh, and I should say your name, Lana.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
You did.
Lana, you're in what grade right now?
8.
8th. You don't have any option for jewelry over at ISB?
No.
Oh. I think I'm the only school where I am right now that offers it in Thailand on the trade level. Because some people have a jewelry program, but it amounts to beads and super glue, and making costume or junk jewelry. So it's really interesting. What did you think about what I'm interested in is it's really labor intensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you got a glimpse of what it says on my door, but it shows a little girl from India holding bricks, and it says that this is a labor-intensive study. If you want to study, there's so much to know,
And you need patience because there's so many components to it. But it's rewarding because then you get to make...
What challenges do you face teaching art? On what level are you? Are you kindergarten?
Elementary. So
Elementary.
Kinder 2 and 4. Yeah.
Oh, kinder 2 and 4.
Yeah.
So what are your challenges over at ISB?
No real challenges. I think probably covering everything we want to cover in a year and the time that we have with the kids.
Do you have to write your curriculum down? You have to follow a curriculum, or can you just wing it?
Yeah, we're always very creative about how we deliver it, but we adhere to the standards, the National Core Art Standards.
Oh, you're on these standards, design backwards thing.
So, the National Core Art Standards. So we work toward those, but we are very creative in the ways that we develop.
When I joined my school, I didn't have to give them anything about curriculum or whatever because the curriculum is developed as we go along. The kids have mostly important. What do you think the biggest concerns are here in trying to teach this discipline?
Oh, this specifically?
Yeah. What do you think the biggest problems are?
Safety would definitely be
just
the
that's
biggest,
it. You have to take in consideration that your eyes, you're not going to get another eye, and your respiratory system, because all of these polishing that I did on your rings and everything was it's all fine microfine dust that goes into your esophagus and into your lungs. So you have to, luckily this age right now with percussion, and you have to have a good mask and protect your eyes and your breathing too. And another thing I saw you do, when we were done, you put your hand in a cookie jar and took out a piece of something.
But I washed my hands first.
Did you wash your hands? All right, yeah, because this is one of the ways. Look at my hands; they're black.
No, I went and washed.
The contaminants get into your esophagus and into your food, so you have to be very careful about that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm comfortable with, my kids are younger than you. I started 8th grade. And you cannot distinguish the jewelry made in 8th grade from 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. It's all at very high standards. Kids are super patient, and it's really amazing. I'm really surprised to have you here, and you call me up and tell me that.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for ages.
Did you think this day would be as hard? What do you feel about it, Lana? Tell me about how you felt about all the steps involved.
I kind of just didn't know what was coming, but you explained it pretty well, and then I was like, oh, okay, so I just gotta separate all the steps into making a ring, and then do one at a time and be patient, and then it was just fun.
The other question I have is, in the beginning, do you think it was necessary to take you outside and show you how to melt silver and make an ingot?
Yes, that was
So,
cool.
so then you know how sheet is made and rod is made and wire is made, because it's all done that way. So that, and how about me showing you a slideshow of other, I know you had in mind, you sent me a picture of what you wanted to make, but did my pictures of jewelry influence you at all when you saw things that other people made?
Yeah, I liked the way, like, I liked all the organic shapes. I knew I wanted to do this one, but I think if I were to make another one in the future, I would want to do something more organic. Like,
Well, and this was inspired by the video, so.
Tell me about your mother's ring. What do you think about it?
it's cool. I like the overlap right there.
And distinct two metals,
Yeah, which, yeah.
brass
that's really
and
cool.
silver together, you know. Actually, I'm looking at it now and it looks very handsome on you. It looks very nice.
Yeah, and I like that you can see the edges of this as well.
Kylie, any surprises with all of this? Were you surprised about my shop or anything? when
Well,
you-
the amount of gear you have, I think, because you've got so much equipment, but also what you can do in this small space is pretty amazing. But yeah, and it was a reminder for me. As I said, I studied this so long ago, but just the process and how involved it is and how careful you need to be, and many different stages of the process. So yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, and you do realize that if we did anything not in if it's sequential, right? So if you don't follow the sequence, then the ring doesn't fit on, or the rings that I made for the second ring, it's very, very labor intensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It gives you an appreciation for jewelers who, when you order a ring and it's made for you, just how much work goes into it.
Right. I made you a ring a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago now.
Do you remember? You made it. That was a present for.
Yeah, it's a present for a friend.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought it was for her.
No.
Yeah. Well, was it an eye opener?
Yeah. Well, as I said, for me it was a little bit of a refreshment, but I think, don't you think you've really sort of understand a little bit more about the involvement and an appreciation
Well,
for the work and creativity.
First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And second of all, I don't know if you anticipated this much work on your birthday, but I think it had to enlighten you about how careful you have to be and follow procedure, to get
And then you
things to
have
look nice.
this awesome ring at the end of it, which is great.
Yeah, I think your ring is one of the best rings like that I've seen. I've had other kids, they had the interval wrong, like one was too close, and you would notice that. But that looks almost commercial, like you bought it.
That's so cool.
So I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for thinking
Thank you
of
for
me
your
and-
expertise and for your sharing your space.